All right, so let's get started. So at this point in time, you should have walked through all of the installation steps that was on the installation guide, which was installing the application Max MSP, and then all of the Java things, and finally making sure that the Optron Max package is in your user documents packages folder. So now that we have all of those steps put together, we are going to go ahead and take a look at how to use the Optron Performance App. Sorry. Now that we have all of the stuff put together, we're going to take a look at how to use the AirGlow Performer App. And so if you had Max MSP open the application before, you're actually going to want to quit it so that we can reopen it with all of the packages and the Java completely updated. So I'm going to go ahead and click this application one more time, Max, to restart it.
You might want to redo that a little bit. That's pretty loud.
Yeah, it was pretty loud. We're in the city. All right. Hi. So we're going to go ahead and get started with how to use the AirGlow Performance App now that we've installed all of the packages. So if you had Max, the application open, what I'd like for you to do is go ahead and close that application and restart it so that all of those Java installations and packages that we've installed in the folder will be up to date when the application restarts. Now that we've restarted our application, we're going to go to the menu up at the top called Extras, and you're going to find this AirGlow folder, and then click on Optron AirGlow Performer. And this is what you should see. So to orient yourself within this environment, I'm going to go ahead and close this VST instrument. On the top left in this blue section, that's your connect. And so to connect your AirGlow to the computer, we need to do the following things. Click on this button to query your USB ports, and what's going to happen is the light, this rainbow pattern, is going to turn off, and that's okay. It just means, it's been found and ready to go. We're going to click USB modem for Mac users. This is also going to show up differently for PC users. It's going to be COM, C-O-M, with some kind of letter. There really isn't a formula behind which number is going to pop up. So COM1, COM3, COM10, just kind of choose the one that appears. So I'm going to click USB modem, and then I'm going to click this button here to turn the device on. To view all of the data that is coming out of the AirGlow into your computer, click this button here. And we should see, as you're wiggling the things around and you're hovering your hand over the sensors, you should see a lot of diagnostic wiggling. And I'm also going to slide my finger along the fingerboard, and you should see the sliding sensor happening on the top left to correspond with tracking the position of your finger on the fingerboard. And on the right for press will be the pressure of your finger on that fingerboard. I will explain what all of these wiggles in the AirGlow data mean in a following tutorial video, and we are also linking these tutorials, as you can see, with these blue buttons in the application itself. And so you're going to be able to learn all about those things. Some other things that you want to pay attention to in the AirGlow Performer app at the top of the screen is called the transport. The transport will enable you to set different kinds of key and scale information. These are just patterns of notes that will let you play with other instruments and songs. And then you will also get valuable information here as you are pressing. These numbers will show you what button you've pressed, and the color will correspond. So if I press this purple out here, I get a number 0 and the color purple. 1 is yellow, 2 is blue, 3 is green, 4 is red, 5 is magenta, 6 is orange, and 7 is back to purple. And the numbers keep going up from there. And we'll see what all of that means here in a little while. So to quickly play a sound, go ahead and take a look at these instruments here. This video will not go over every one of these instruments, but why don't we get you started making a sound? So let's do this by first enabling sound for the entire application by clicking on this audio speaker. And then we're going to want to click on this toggle to enable your instrument. We're going to turn up the volume here. And then we can load in an instrument sound by going to this toolbar on the left where it says plugins, and it looks like a little plug you might plug into the wall. And then under filter, why don't we type in this VST that we include with the package made by these folks called Crystal. So click, hold, and drag it into the drop zone for the load VST instrument. And automatically that instrument is going to pop up. You can choose from this drop down window here. I'm going to select Atmo E Piano. It's one of my favorite sounds on this instrument. And then with this turned up, we should be able to press keys. And there you go. You're playing like a cinch. You're playing like a cinch. I'm an old person. All right. You're playing like a cinch. I'm going to make up words for YouTube.
I like that. That's
God. And there you go. You can just cut it right there. And there you go. Just cut it sharp.
Black
right there.
screen.
Black screen.